The Beavis and Butt-head Experience was one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
So Beavis and Butt-head always brought music to me. Are you able to do that now with music? Are there any bands that you're...
Yeah, it's about it's about a little less than half music videos now, but yeah, there's some kind of cool stuff. I mean, again, like when it started out, I pulled some bands and artists that I thought were cool, that I liked, that were either forgotten or just hadn't gotten that much play, and and then also just kind of like I would see something like when I first saw that White Zombie video back in the day, I was like, oh, this is, I discovered it doing Beavis and Butt-head, and there's been some of that too, like just cool stuff I've discovered just when like when they bring new videos. But it's actually now it's a little harder to clear videos. Back then, MTV, everybody gave their videos to MTV for free, and we could do anything we wanted to them. Now it's a little different with the internet and everything. So.
Okay, Mr. Jude, the question is, how you know to create any character or any series dedicated to Latin American culture about Beavis and Butt-head, or for example, in the last project, in King of the Hill,
Like you mean a show like that about Latin America? Yeah, and I've actually, so I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was actually nací en Ecuador. But I've wanted to do something like a King of the Hill, but like in a Chicano neighborhood kind of thing. I've actually kicked that around for a while because that's what I grew up around that a lot, and it's just such a huge part of culture in the Southwest. Actually, when I lived in New York for a year and a half, I forgot how much I missed. I didn't realize how much I missed just Mexican food and just that whole vibe that I grew up with. So yeah, that's something I thought about. And no one's done. Not enough.
After you did Beavis and Butt-head to America, how was it to finally come back to the series after almost a decade away from the show? And was there a little rust there bringing back the characters after doing after King of the Hill?
A little bit. Like it's because I really don't ever do the Beavis and Butt-head voices in my spare time. It's not something I sit around and do. So, but I mean, it's always kind of been there in the back of my mind. But yeah, it took not too long, but it took a little bit of like, how did you put it? The rust?
Was it a little rusty?
Yeah. It was. It was like it took me like doing it, saying a few lines, listening to them back, and just getting the feel right again. But came back pretty quickly, and I think my voice still sounds the same when I listen to it.
What about writing for the characters, developing the same style that you did in the 90s and trying to do it for the modern pop culture, because you guys are skewering Teen Mom, the Jersey Shore, and the MTV culture of now instead of the MTV culture of then? How is it to develop it in 2011 compared to the 1990s?
Well, I think it still kind of feels like the same. It doesn't feel that different, although there's, the world is different. There's a lot of different stuff. Now doing reality shows, that took a couple tries to get the hang of that, because that's a different thing than talking over a music video. It's more different than I would have expected. You have dialogue against dialogue. You kind of
it's like Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's and so, but once it clicked, I feel like it really works for me. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, and all these shows I feel like are just perfect for Beavis and Butt-head to sit there and watch.
Was that the big draw to bring back the show? Was it the chance to jump on these new shows, or was it just to bring the boys back?
Well, a little bit of both, but I definitely got real enthusiastic when Van Toffler, the president of MTV, sent me the DVDs of Jersey Shore, and I started watching them and just thought, wow, I think I can do something with this. And then got hooked on the show too. I wheel.
What can people expect to see that was in the original series in the 90s come back, and what are we going to see that's different?
Well, let's see. I brought back most of the characters, and oddly enough, like Todd, who's back. Like, I was already worried back then. Like, is that that guy with that kind of hair and that kind of shirt and muscle car, is that relevant anymore? And then I look at it now, it's still kind of. I still see guys like that. So yeah. So he's back. The old guy, Tom Anderson, the hippie teacher, principal.
He's alive?
Yeah, he just had a heart attack. He didn't die, though.
How about Daria?
Daria, there might be a little surprise semi-type cameo.
One more question, guys.
What are the hot topics or polemic topics that we'll watch in this new season of Beavis and Butt-head?
Topics? Like, well, let's see. There's, we have, I'm drawing a blank. We have, like, they work tech support one. There's one where they are touring an army base and they end up flying drones. That they think it's a video game, but they're flying drones in Afghanistan. Let's see, there's one where Beavis goes into Cornholio and a cult mistakes him for the second coming of some kind of messiah that's hanging on his every word. Yeah, there's one where that you're going to see today where they see Twilight and they see how girls think all these vampires are sexy, so they want to become vampires or werewolves, and they see this guy they think is a werewolf. They get him to bite him, but he's just a homeless guy, and he's got Hep C, and they get really sick. They think they're transforming into werewolves. Stuff like that.
And will Beavis be allowed to say fire now?
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, episode 1, he will be saying fire. Maybe not in the version that plays today, because we swapped out a different video, but yes, he does.
Okay.
Cool.
Mr. Diego, the last question for me is I would like to send a greeting for Latin American people to see again, to follow again the Beavis and Butt-head new season for Latin American people. Send a greeting.
Did I say greeting?
Sí. Invite Latin
Bienvenidos,
American people to
Beavis and Butt-head. I can't remember how to say Thursday. It's been a while.
Jueves?
Jueves.
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 Yes. PM.
It's okay,
A little
señor.
slow. Alrighty.
All right, guys. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, man.